Hello, hello! Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to another episode of the No Terraforming Island. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Well, the week's over, basically. So I don't know why I'm saying so far. I hope everyone has had a great week already. Because, yeah, the week no longer exists. It is Sunday today. I don't usually stream on a Sunday, but here I am. Hello, Ben. How are you? I'm pretty good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. It's good to see everyone who's just joining. Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hello there, everyone. Isabel says. Isabel is welcoming everyone to the chat as well, which is so kind. Did you get the new computer? Well, yes, I did. Okay, so I do actually have the new computer, but I'm not streaming on it right now because it's not complete. There was a part that I needed for it that has taken a long time to ship, so but yeah, my next stream almost definitely will be on my next computer, which is pretty exciting. So my new PC has come along really good. It's going to be very powerful. First stream I've been able to make it to. Well, glad you're here. Good to see you. All right, today's announcement: we have a visitor staying at the campsite. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is still Keaton. Hey Mama Cat, how you doing? Keaton was our forced camper, so I basically have to have him move in, which I'm kind of fine with, actually. He kind of fits the ruincore theme a little bit. You know, Keaton is not a bad villager. I think I have to go talk to Tom Nook about him, though. I'm pretty sure that's what I needed to do. Yeah, hey everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope you've been having a good day. I hope you've done everything that you want to do. Me, I've just made some videos and now I'm streaming, so that's fun. I also played a lot of Tears of the Kingdom because that's what I prefer to do on a weekend. Just play endless Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, Ben, hello. Yes, the campsite is amazing, Tom Nook, and that's what we're going to be decorating today. Hello from rainy coastal Georgia. That sounds nice. That sounds cool. So yeah, hopefully today we're going to be doing lots of decorating the campsite. Well, not even hopefully, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. Is it summer for you? Yes. But of course, I do live in England, so summer is a lot of rain as well, to be honest. But Tom Nook's got his fan out, so he must be getting ready for summer. Tom Nook is getting his summer body ready. Right. Where should I place this villager's house? Probably on the beach, because I just want everything out of the way so that I can really decorate without any limitations, you know, in the main bit of my island. Let's see, can I put it down? No, that's too close to the water. I'm kind of running out of space on my beach, which is a little bit of a problem. But we're going to try. No, come here. There we go. Right, now will it work? Okay, we're going to have to move somewhere else. There's already a house there. Oh, hello Flick. How you doing? I don't think over there is gonna work. I might low-key just put him on the peninsula for now because... Stop it! Placing stuff down in this can be... Placing stuff down in this game can be so annoying sometimes, honestly. I didn't even get to place his house where I wanted to, and it still made me suffer, so yeah, that's a bit annoying. But yeah, so today we're going to be decorating the campsite. I have some fun ideas. House on rock, if only you could do that. I'm pretty sure you can't do that though. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I have a feeling that it's not possible to do that, but that would be fun. And why can't we do that, Nintendo? You make me sad. Okay. We're going to need lots of trees today, lots of cedar trees. I keep wanting to call them pine trees. I mean, they are pine trees, I think. Is there a difference between a pine tree and a cedar tree? I don't know. I want to say no, but also I don't really know. So let me show you folks over to the campsite, and you can see what we kind of did in the last stream in case you missed it. Would you rather never get a good villager, or a village you need an island theme, or every 2 tree shake will have a hive? I want to get stung by bees. I actively want to. It's my life's goal. So I'm going to pick that one. So here's the campsite. It's just over here, you know, because I thought this was a nice little quiet place. Hey from the States, hello, how you doing? Thought that would work pretty well. And then down here we've made a sort of area which was decorating the heart pond. It's just a kind of neat little sort of secret spot you can go to, you know, where you can relax by the heart pond. You can even sit down, which is really nice. So I'm pretty pleased with this little area. I think it looks pretty good. Who is dreamy for this island theme? I still haven't decided. If you folks have any suggestions for any sort of ruincore themed villages, then please feel free to suggest them, because what do you mean there's no room? I have no ideas. I'm clueless. So I definitely want to use this item to accentuate the campsite a bit. Alright, so yeah, let's just get decorating. That's what I want to do. Pine costs less and is strong enough for interior walls and ceilings. Cedar is the stronger, pest resistant. That sounds like tips for building a house. I guess they are different though. I guess that proves it. Which is interesting to me. Okay. So what we're going to try and do is make a natural sort of path down here towards the heart pond area. That's really what I want to do. Oh, hi there. Hello. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's been so long, honestly, since I've actually built stuff in Animal Crossing. You'd think I'd do it all the time. Oh, gosh darn it. Always happens. When you want to use it, it breaks. Yeah, you'd think I'd build a lot in Animal Crossing, but the truth is I actually don't. It's been a while since I've really worked on my island, because my main island, Kokomo, is just, you know, it's done basically. I haven't need to change it. Is Bob going to move into your island? Probably. You know me, I do love Bob, so I think he will have to live on this island. We gotta get Bob. He's a top tier villager. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's dig up some more trees, and then we can really get this campsite going. I'm glad I've already done the heart pond area. It's just gonna make this whole thing a lot more cohesive, because I want them to join together and look really nice. I can't remember if I had the rule of whether I could add bridges and inclines or not. I think yes. I just think I can't change the cliffs and water around them, basically. How long have you been streaming? For like 8 minutes, I think? I went live on the hour, so yeah, it should be around 8 minutes. So if you've just joined, you haven't really missed anything, don't worry. Okay. And I don't want the trees to be symmetrical or anything. I want them to feel very natural. Stream has just begun. Bob is the best, I agree. Hey Zane, how you doing? Welcome to stream, it's good to see you. What's everyone's plans for today? I mean, to be fair, for probably a few of you, the day is already over. But if it's not, what is your plan? I'd love to hear. For me, I don't have much daytime left, but for the rest that I do have left, I'm probably just going to play more Tears of the Kingdom, because that is how I spend my days. What are some of your favorite villagers other than Bob? I really like... I'm a big fan of Audie. I like Raymond. I also... What do you mean there's no... Oh, right. I was going to say for a minute then. I also really like Raymond. Then I'm a big fan of... Sasha. I'm a big fan of... Who else? Shino. Probably those are my favorites. I like Dobie too. I don't know why, I'm just a Dobie fan. Hi Crossing, I enjoyed your videos. My island name is also Kokomo. That's cool. Gotta love Kokomo Island. Working and lurking. That's very productive. Hello Ben, it's nice to see you streaming again. Well, it's good to see you, George. Thank you. Sitting and chilling. Technically, I'm doing the same. I mean, in a weird sense, I'm working right now as well, but I'm also not. Do you like Judy? I do. Judy's not one of my favorites, though. I think my opinion of Judy has kind of changed over time. Like, Judy used to be one of my probably top tier ones, but I think the reason for that is more the fact that Judy was new to the game. Because obviously Judy's first Animal Crossing game was New Horizons. So back then, like, you know, it was exciting because she was a new villager. But now I'm kind of like, she's alright, but I'm not, like, hyped about her, you know? She's just okay. I don't think she's bad or anything, though. Definitely nice to see you streaming, thank you. As I said in my last stream, for anyone who wasn't there, it's been difficult for me to stream because my laptop is so bad at streaming. But thankfully I've gotten a dedicated PC now for streaming. And I'm going to be, next time I stream, hopefully, I'm going to be actually doing something a bit different. I'm going to be hopefully going back to one of the old Animal Crossing games in the next stream. So keep an eye out for that. I can't decide which one yet. I might go back to the original Animal Crossing game because I've never ever streamed that. And I do want to stream New Leaf a bit as well, because I know there's a lot of people here who haven't played New Leaf and would like to see that, so yeah, that'll be fun. What do you think of Boyd? Boyd is, I don't know, he's not one of my favorites, I can't lie. He's okay. Boyd isn't like one of the worst Animal Crossing villagers, but at the same time, I'm just a bit on him. He's decent, you know. I don't have any beef with him. If that's even possible. Yeah, I don't have any beef with him. I've never really met him in the game, I don't think. Chat, who is your favorite villager? That's what I want to know. I don't like Boyd and can't get rid of him. Okay, so not Boyd then. Definitely not Boyd. But who's your favorite villager, chat? I want to know. You'll know who mine is. A very cool cat named Bob. It is interesting to me how a lot of my favorite villagers are actually ones that were introduced in New Horizons for the first time. That's kind of cool, in my opinion. My favorite is Cherry. She's on all my islands no matter the theme. She's sticking out so much on my Gothic island. Yeah, because if it was the other Cherry, she would fit so well. But definitely, yeah, not as well of a fit. Biscuit, Dobie. I love Dobie. Dobie's a great villager. Dobie is very underrated. That's what I want to say about Dobie. Dobie is 100% one of those underrated villagers that deserves more love, you know? I don't like when the camera angle does the thing that it's doing right now, where it forces it like upwards, you know? I don't like that. Mine's probably Genji. Genji's cool. I like Genji. Something I'm debating on is whether I should unlock Halves Island or not. Because I wanted him just to roam around my island. I thought that'd be fun. But then at the same time, I'm like, if I don't unlock it, I'm kind of... I can't, like... you know, I'm missing out on some stuff. So I really don't know. I never thought Bob was in the original Animal Crossing. Yeah, Bob might actually genuinely be the first villager ever. Because his villager ID is just 1. So a lot of people think that Bob could actually be the very first, which is pretty cool. Hey, PS5 is cool, how you doing? It would be kind of crazy to think that Bob might actually be number 1. I mean, he's obviously number 1 to me, but you know, I mean, number 1 in general. Oh, I like how this is coming along. But I do definitely want to fill it with flowers and expand upon it a bit more. I do need to get some custom patterns so we can make the island a little bit more interesting. So I might actually look for some of those today. Oh, I haven't even unlocked the Able Sisters yet. What island are you on? I'm on my no terraforming island, which is called Terranol. Which, yes, the name is exactly what it sounds. Oh my gosh, I have so many cedar trees. I have so many, look at it. It's my screen is just filled with cedar trees. They are my favorite tree type in Animal Crossing. Well, technically, my favorite tree type in Animal Crossing is actually the golden trees from the original Animal Crossing game. I think they were so cool. And I'm really sad they didn't make a comeback. I kind of thought they might in this game because they brought back some other things from the GameCube game, like the glowing spots in the ground, so... Hey, transition for you. Hey, just joined. What happened? So we're just working on the campsite at the moment. I will show off some progress for anyone who is just joining the stream. We've not made a ton of progress, but it's looking pretty decent. So let's have a quick look. Here we go. You know, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. There's more work to be done, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What do you think of the companion guide and complete companion guide as a collector merch of the franchise? Well, you know, if that's something you want to get, then yeah, why not? That's pretty much my only opinion on it. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't, you know, that's fine. Probably quite hard to get some of the old Animal Crossing guides now, I reckon. Hey Flaws, how you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. I saw you were streaming a few hours ago. I hope your stream went well. Explain the point of Animal Crossing so I can clip it for my friends. The point of Animal Crossing is to live on a magical island where every day you are indebted to a tyrannical raccoon who is actually pretty nice and gives you an interest-free mortgage. So, you know, I take that back. You're on a lovely deserted island where a benevolent raccoon gives you a interest-free mortgage. That's the point of Animal Crossing. Like, the simplest point, I think. Can we see the villager that's in the campsite? Yes, you can. So, this is actually my forced camper. The person that I have to take no matter what. Because this game makes you do that for some reason. The game is evil. And the camper is... Actually, I'm really glad they were camping today because it gives us a better visual of how it's going to look. It went well, thanks. That's good. I'm really glad to hear that. It's Keaton, and Keaton has a lollipop that he isn't really holding. Do you see what I mean? Look at that. How are you holding that? So yeah, Keaton will be moving in soon. Can you say how to stop flowers from growing? I actually have a video on that. Kind of. It's basically, to sum up, don't use the perfect, what's it called? Not perfect town. I don't remember the name. Beautiful town ordinance? Yeah, don't use that. And if you don't want flowers to spread everywhere, you need to put down custom patterns. So, transparent custom patterns. So that they cannot be seen. Oh, okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is I actually want to clear some of these trees. I'm not going to chop them down, but I want to clear some of them so that we actually get a little path. Keaton's really cool. He's my first smug on my island. Nice. Some people in my comment section did actually say it might be a good idea to keep Keaton because he kind of fits the ruincore / jungle vibe. And what do you folks think about that? Do you agree? Does he fit? Keaton recently appeared in my New Leaf Town started recently. I started up a New Leaf Town not too long ago, actually, right before Tears of the Kingdom came out. So, unfortunately, it has gotten a bit abandoned since then, but, you know, I'll come back to it, probably. I do want to stream New Leaf, though, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll probably start up a new town in New Leaf on stream when I get my new PC. New Horizons is my daily escape from real life. It's definitely a good escape, honestly. This game has probably helped a lot of... Well, I don't know why I'm saying probably. This game has factually helped so many people, which is really nice. What's your favorite feature? My favorite feature in this entire game is probably the fact you can put items outdoors. Like, even more than terraforming. I feel like the ability to put items outdoors was what really sort of leveled up the design elements of this game, because they were really good in New Leaf, but yeah, like I said, the ability to put stuff outdoors, furniture outdoors specifically, is what made this like an incredible game. There we go. Right, so we've got a little pathway down there now, which is cool. What was that? Oh, it's a hole. Yeah, there we go. Good. No. Oh, my pockets are full. I really do need to No, that's not gonna work. I really need to upgrade my pockets, but I'm lazy. What's the thing in the corner? Which corner? My energy? That might be it. What's your favorite island ordnance? It's gotta be Bell Boom. Bell Boom is one of those ones that was not that good back in Animal Crossing New Leaf, in my opinion. Back in New Leaf, you wanted the perfect town one for sure. But in this one, the perfect town one could really litter your island with flowers due to how they spread. So I think probably the best overall, like the best statistically is probably, yeah, it is probably Bell Boom. But the Night Owl could be good for some people too, I think. You know, it really depends on how you play the game, I think. That's ultimately what it comes down to. The new member goal, right, so I have channel members on YouTube, and I basically just have that up every stream where if anyone wants to help us complete the goal, they can become a channel member by clicking the join button on the streams or the link in the description. You get some perks for doing so. So yeah, it's just a thing that's there, and if anyone wants to become a member, then they can. But obviously, no pressure to do anything like that, just if you want to. Right, I need more trees. To be fair, some of these trees are a bit kind of close together. Like this one probably doesn't need to be there. I want a little bit more space. I love the foresty feel of Animal Crossing. That's something that I do miss about the old Animal Crossing games, is I really miss just how like foresty they felt. You know, it felt like you were just in a big old forest, and I really like that. Whereas in this game, it doesn't so much feel like that anymore. I still love this game, and I love the vibes of this game. Especially, I love the look of this game. I feel like this is a really beautiful game. Like, I couldn't imagine criticizing the graphics of this game, because they're incredible. But yeah, definitely, I do kind of miss the vibes of some of the older Animal Crossing games. Just because they had some really good vibes. But maybe that's just a nostalgia thing. I have to make my cliffs and rivers straight. Is that just me? I like it to be more kind of random, to be honest with you. Back in New Leaf, I was very much like that. But in New Horizons, I like things to feel a little bit more natural. But I definitely get the instinct. I think when I go back to playing New Leaf, I very much get into that mindset again where I want everything to be even, and I want everything to, you know, be super duper organized. Like, my New Leaf town is so organized. It's actually crazy. Right, I want to get rid of these, like, yellow and red flowers. I'm pretty much mostly going to have white flowers, I think, on the island. They kind of fit the vibe that I'm going for. The you know, they have the whimsical look. Bob is watching your stream right now. He's eating a muffin. That sounds about right for Bob. You know something I don't get about Animal Crossing New Horizons? And I don't know if anyone is with me on this. Why are the lazy villagers so obsessed with bugs? What is that about? Where did that come from? Because I just don't understand. I don't understand why that is their personality trait in this game. It's a bit weird. They've never really, like, their personality trait was always being lazy, and I mean, I guess the idea is that they're so lazy the bugs live with them because, you know, they don't clean up and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, fair enough, but also, I don't know, like, I feel like Nintendo made it a bit too much about bugs when it comes to lazy villagers. Like, they like food, and they like sleeping and stuff, you know? I don't know where the bugs come from. When I was playing Animal Crossing in school, some random kid came up to me, screamed out, "Bro's playing Animal Crossing." That was me. No, it wasn't, of course, but If I did see someone else playing Animal Crossing, I would be very surprised. They make me hungry. Yeah, same, to be honest. Bob is just always talking about the bugs that live in his wall, and I'm like, what do you mean by this, Bob? What do you mean by the bugs that live in your wall? Like, what does this actually mean? I forgot I have so many cool items that I brought over from my other island. Now, I can understand Flick talking about bugs. That makes a lot of sense. Flick being, like, bug-obsessed. It's kind of like how Flick and his dad, Nat, have some beef with each other, you know, because Flick obviously loves the bugs. And Nat eats them. He loves to just go crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Natalie. I hope you have a good birthday. Hope it's a good one. Snooty Village is worse since they talk about champagne 24/7. Animal Crossing should have like a character that is obsessed with wine. I think that'd be great. Like a wine tasting character, you know? Imagine if you could make your own wine. I feel like Timmy versus Tommy, who's another YouTuber, he made a mod about wine. Yeah, he definitely did. So maybe that NPC could work on it. Just planted 300 flowers on my new island. Those are gonna take over. It's not actually your island anymore. The island now belongs to the flowers. So I hope you're prepared. I hope you know what you've gotten yourself into by doing that. Your island is not safe anymore. It's safe for the flowers. Petrie is my favorite Snooty. I don't know who my favorite is, to be honest. I do really like Petrie, though. Petrie is on my main island. Guess it's time to get the latest RTX 490. I'm definitely not getting the RTX 490 on my new computer. Unless I want to go bankrupt. I don't. So yeah, I won't be doing that. Who's your favorite, Timmy or Tommy? My favorite is... I don't know. Which one holds the flag? Which one holds the flag? Because that's my favorite. Is it just me when I go dream the person's island is so much better than mine? No, it's not just you. I definitely feel the same way. I like my island, don't get me wrong, I do like my island, but at the same time, I'm also just a bit on it sometimes. I think most people get like that though. I think most people sort of get down on their islands and, you know, we tend to compare our islands to other people's islands a lot, but that's kind of just something people do in general, you know, like we compare ourselves to other people. I don't know. I'm not trying to be deep or anything, but... It is kind of true, you know, and I think the Animal Crossing bit comes into that. Tommy holds the flag. Well, Tommy is my favorite. Defo Tommy, then. I like Tommy. He's a good egg. He does the job that Tom Nook wants him to do, you know? Can that be said about Timmy? No. Unless it's Timmy who holds the flag. We just don't know. Well, I'm sure someone in chat knows. For sure, anyways. It's very hard trying to do stuff like randomly, knowing exactly where to plant stuff. Gosh darn it, flowers. You've gotten in my way. Drinking out my Tom Nook cup makes me rich. You have a Tom Nook cup? Where did you get that? The Goblet of Tom Nook. Tommy's my favorite too. We have some Tommy stands in the chat. And rightfully so. Tommy is definitely the better of the twins, in my opinion. I feel a bit bad even, like, comparing them. You know, I don't feel like they deserve to be pitted against each other. But that's exactly what we're doing. Thank gosh you get so many weeds when you start this up. It's gonna make doing this island a lot easier, because I just want a lot of weeds. I want some of the other ones as well. You know, what are they called? The glowing ones. They're actually not weeds, they're glowing moss, but yeah. I want some of those. Alright, let's plant some flowers. This is starting to look... No, that was... Oh, wait. I was like, that's a weed. And then I realized, yeah, the flowers don't come fully grown. It's not like past Animal Crossing games. Wait, did they come fully grown when you bought them as seeds in past games? I genuinely can't remember now. I feel like, yes, they did. But now I'm having a moment where I'm like, did they though? I'm gonna need more. Does anyone feel like there should be pets in Animal Crossing? Probably not. I mean, there kind of is pets. There's like a hamster item and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily say there should be pets in this game. I feel like that's just a bit... That's a bit sinister, honestly. A little bit sinister to have pets. When you've got animals roaming around your island. You could even give like an octopus to an octopus villager though, and they'll have it in their home, so... Weeds were such a bad thing back in the old Animal Crossing games. Now in New Horizons, they're kind of beloved because they actually look nice. They didn't look really like, I don't know, all I can say is aesthetical in the past Animal Crossing games. But they look pretty darn good in this one, I gotta say. Okay folks, I'm just gonna BRB for one quick moment, so please just give me one little moment. Wait, actually hang on, never mind. Never mind, it seems like I'm not doing that. Weeds are awesome decorations. They really are. They're great in this game. Okay, let's head up here. I thought I had to go grab something real quick, but it turns out I don't. I might have to grab it in a minute, so I'll let you folks know, but we shall see. I tricked you folks then. I was like, BRB, but not really. How much do you guys still play New Horizons? I'd love to know. Because I know there's some of you who are quite new to the game and probably play it a lot, but then I also understand there's a lot of you who have been playing for like 3 years, so... Hey, playing with Waylon, how you doing? Welcome to stream. It's good to see ya. Yeah, I'd definitely be really curious to see how often you folks still actually play the game. Because for me, I don't actually play it that often, except when I'm making videos. Which is a shame, because I do love this game, but obviously it has been out for 3 years, and I've played it for 3 years. I've played it like literally every day for 3 years, so it's hard to play every day, but I think when I find something interesting to do, then I definitely play a bit more. You know, if I get a good idea, like if I've got something I really want to do, I think that's kind of why I want to go back to some of the old Animal Crossing games, because I feel like that's something really fresh to try out. I mean, even though they're old, you know, they're not technically fresh in the sense of they're not new games, but I'm kind of looking forward to going back to them and, you know, showing them off. Especially because I know a lot of people haven't actually seen them. I'm trying to get Tad. Wow. Well, I hope you can find Tad. I like Tad. Tad's a good villager. Tad is rad. Oh, that's not funny, but it kind of is. Wild World is the worst for weeds. Yeah, I agree with that. Wild World is pretty audacious with the weeds. I took a break for a year, but I started playing again. I think it's 700 hours. Not as much as some people. Still a lot, though, you know. 700... You know, I mean, in Animal Crossing standards, yeah, there's a lot of people who have, like, thousands of hours. But when you think about it, most video games, we do not typically hit 700 hours. That's one thing I will say about New Horizons. I definitely think it and all other Animal Crossing games are 100% good value for money. You know, some people say like they feel like, oh, they didn't get their money's worth of New Horizons, but if you got like hundreds of hours on this game, then I don't see how anyone could call it a waste of money at all. Like, yeah, the game could have been better for sure. There's definitely things about New Horizons that I wish were a bit better. But I think when people call it a bit of waste of money, they should evaluate how much time they actually got out of the game. Because hundreds of hours is definitely not a waste of money at all. And especially, like, if you've gotten thousands of hours, then that's even more, you know, wild. I mean, yeah, you could literally play this game forever if you wanted to. I do think there comes a time where, you know, you really just want there to be a new one because, you know, you've done everything there is to do in this one. But you can technically just play this game forever if you wanted to. There'll probably always be something new for you to discover or try out. And that's even more true with the older Animal Crossing games, like the ones, like New Leaf especially. Like, you could literally play that for so long. Right, just one moment. I need to BRB real quick. I just need to quickly do something. So give me like 1 minute and I will return. Hello folks, I return. Let's continue with what we were doing with the island. I might have to time travel forward now, I think, to kind of get an idea of what things are going to look like. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that right now. Let's go forward. Because I definitely want to see... if this actually looks decent or not. Wait, probably more than... No, don't go into sleep mode. Probably more than 2 days, I think. Let's go forward even more. Hey Chris, by the way, hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. Didn't know you were streaming, mate. I'm live. I'm here. I am alive. Or am I? I might be a spooky ghoul. Can you imagine? If I was a spooky ghoul, just making videos? That'd be great. Well, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't actually. That wouldn't be great. What am I saying? I don't want to be a spooky ghoul. I want to be alive. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how the island is coming along. I think it's actually starting to look pretty decent, which has surprised me. Hey, Molly Phantom, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's hard to make a good-looking island. Glad you are alive. Thank you. For now. How do you screen record? I use an Elgato HD60S. It is something you can buy and connect it with your TV and your Switch, and it'll let you stream. New Leaf mentions dad. Yes, you do have a dad in New Leaf, and your dad will actually even send you something on Father's Day, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Evening, Ben. Are you good? Yeah, I'm pretty good. How you been doing? Just enjoying some terraforming. Keaton's birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, Keaton literally just moved in, and it's Keaton's birthday. That is crazy. Well, happy birthday to Keaton. I would have probably ignored him, but now I feel like I actually have to go say hello because it's his birthday. I'm gonna feel really bad otherwise. Okay, Keaton, it's your birthday. Everyone, please say happy birthday to Keaton. Happy birthday to Keaton. Happy birthday to Keaton. Happy birthday, dear Keaton. Happy birthday to Keaton. And Gail is here. We haven't met. I didn't know that I hadn't even met Gail. Snacky. Oh, Gail's gonna eat me. As your host, I just want you to know I'm accepting of gifts. Alright, here you go. Alright, what should we give him as a gift? We actually did 51 weeds. Mush lamp, green pile, or... You can have the stone tablet, Keaton. There you go, Keaton. Here's your birthday present. Wingo. Merci beaucoup. Enjoy, Keaton. You've just gotten your very first birthday gift. I remember when I started up my island Kokomo, actually. I think it was Sky I had a villager, you know, the blue wolf. And Sky celebrated their birthday sometime in March, or it was like early April maybe. And that was like the first birthday I experienced in the game. That was a weird feeling. 51 Weeds. 51 Weeds sounds like a band name. You know, 51 Weeds would be like a Midwestern emo band. Say the word and I'll donate $100. Yeah, I just don't believe you though. That's just not the truth. I tell you what, if you donate it, then I'll say it. I don't do it the other way around. But just so you know, YouTube doesn't do refunds either, so don't think you can do that. Why would you pick that word? Of all words, why would you pick that word? It's very strange. That has multiple meanings, just so you know. It does not mean just one thing. Oh, it's starting to look quite pretty down here now. It's looking kind of whimsical. Whoa. Sell your weeds to Leaf. No, I need them for decorating. Yeah, I almost kind of like... the way they look like this, you know? Your loss. No, it's your loss. He's not the... man. That's right, exactly. That's what more I was thinking of. I know that the chatter is thinking of something else. I can just tell by their profile picture of Mario in a blue outfit. That is very unusual. Your done stream is lagging again. It's surely not lagging that bad, right? It's okay. Hey, Crossing Minute. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for raiding. I've never actually had a raid on YouTube before. This is my first raid. Hey, Kato, how you doing? It's good to see everyone. Thank you for coming in. Do you have a Nooker Zone? I don't. I probably do. I just haven't used it in like 2 years. But I do probably have one, but I don't use it. So that might be a bit of disappointment. Welcome to my no terraforming island, everyone. We made actually quite a bit of decent progress since the last, well, since I started this even, but since the last few streams, we've made this whole area. We're basically making a ruincore island, and it's very whimsical, so it's kind of what you can expect. Yeah, you're my actual first raid. I basically never seem to go live when anyone else is live. So I don't think that has helped me very much. So, but if anyone was to be my first raid, I'm happy it was you. So definitely welcome Crossing Minute chatters. It's good to see you. Do you use Nookopedia much? I love Nookopedia. I'm the biggest Nookopedia stan. Listen, no offense at all to the Animal Crossing wiki, but Nookopedia is 100% the best Animal Crossing wiki. It's so good. It's amazing. Like, the amount of effort that they put into that Wikipedia is so cool. If you folks ever need anything related to Animal Crossing, you ever have a question, there's ever knowledge you want to learn, I definitely recommend Nookopedia. It is the best one, I think. And I'm not sponsored by them. I don't think they sponsor creators being just a fan Animal Crossing wiki, but if they did, they can do it. Can we get a tour of the whole island? You can. Sure, you know what, since people have just joined, I'll give you a rundown on my no terraforming island. So my chat basically helped me pick this layout in particular. There's me, by the way. That's not my map. I thought it was my map for some reason. I clearly do not play this game enough anymore. Are you in the UK? I am. I'm here in the UK. So here's Terra Null, our no terraforming island. The name was also suggested by the chat. And I think they basically wanted me to pick this map purely because it has the heart pond. So that's why we did that as our first sort of point of decorating on the island. I'm pretty happy with this map. I think it's a pretty good map. I don't know what you folks think about it, but I think it's pretty good. And what else? Yeah, so here's our villagers. We have Tank, we have Quinn, Tucker, Wendy, Keaton, and Gale. I don't really plan on keeping any of them. I might keep Keaton. Keaton kind of fits. I also really like Quinn. Quinn is one of those new villagers that I really haven't had much experience with in the game. And generally, we haven't really done that much. I mean, this area that I've just showed you up here on the cliffs, those are pretty much all we've actually done in terms of decorating, because I took a little break. Looks like resident services might be lined up at the airport. I don't think so. I think it's just off. Let's actually investigate that right now. Yeah, I think it is just off by like 1. So let's head right down. There's a bench in my way. I did consider, yeah, it's off. It's actually off in a really annoying way as well. Look, it's 1 off. That's kind of evil, really, to be honest. That you can get a map like that. But to be fair, it's far enough away where I'm not going to have like 1 long path going down. You know, I'm not going to have just 1 path going up here. I would have done that. I can't believe it's off by 1. Of course the game would do that to me. So yeah, there's not really much else I can show you. I can show you where I'm actually considering decorating next. Since we did obviously the bit by the heart pond, that's just above here. I'm trying to move my cursor. Just above the heart pond and the campsite area. So we've done those because they connect together. Next, I'm either considering doing the museum, which I am going to leave as a tent because, you know, it's a ruincore island. It's got some kind of jungle elements too. So I think that would look pretty cool. Don't know about you, but I love the tent. I think the tent is the best, the absolute best. And then we also have Nook's Cranny. Nook's Cranny does kind of connect with, you know, Nook's Cranny does kind of connect with the campsite and the heart pond area that we've been working on. So I'm almost tempted to do that because then we can maybe like just continuously move onwards and outwards. But I don't know. What do you folks think would be more interesting, doing the museum or doing Nook's Cranny? I'm leaning towards Nook's Cranny would be a nice kind of break from this area that we've been working on, but I don't know. I'm not sure. What's your dream code? I don't have a dream code at the moment because this island is so work in progress, but hopefully, eventually, I will get a dream code when I've actually made some more progress. But I definitely like how this area is all looking now. As I said, it's pretty much the only area that I've worked on so far. And we have so much more to work on. And we can't use any terraforming. We can't use any. So that's gonna be difficult. I think I need an incline now, to be honest. That will help us connect this area with Nook's Cranny a bit. Also, this is nice. How you can kind of see it from Nook's Cranny. I like that. I definitely like that. Can't believe I still have my 3-star 3-month island got corrupted. That is sad. I'm sorry to hear that. How did it get corrupted? What happened? What are your opinions of my favorite 2 villagers, Sherb and Melba? I love Sherb. Sherb is great. Melba, I like Melba, to be fair. So yeah, I like both your villagers. I wouldn't say they're like my favorites, but I like them both. I think they're both pretty cool. When you have, please tell me. Yeah, keep an eye on the streams, and then I will let you know when I've got a dream code. I'm sure you'll see it happen. These episodes will go live on my YouTube channel afterwards, so you can watch them there if you miss anything, since we have done a lot of decorating already. Groucho is at my campsite. Ooh, exciting. No, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Groucho. Grouch? I keep misspeaking today. You know what? Let's actually hold a ceremony, because we've like decorated this whole area. I want my villagers to celebrate. I want to force them. Please pick up those weeds. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say, because this island is part of the theme of the island to have the weeds. It's part of the decoration, so this might not be the best island to look at in that case. They're there on purpose. Look at this interesting ragtag bunch of villagers. It's a very, like, colourful batch of villagers. Look, we got blue, we got yellow, we got pink, we got green, we got purple, we got more yellow, we got more blue. We need like a rainbow of villagers. Can you do that? Is there like a villager for every color of the rainbow? I mean, obviously you couldn't have that many, but like the bulk colors? Anything to add? Woo! I did it all. It was me. It was all me. I remember there used to be a glitch where you could actually like knock villagers off the cliffs by creating a ceremony in like a very awkward spot. I miss some of the glitches from Animal Crossing when it came out. I don't know if some of you remember glitches from when the game first came out, but I do. I remember when I had Lucha in my island, and Lucha was moving out, so he was in boxes, and he actually was crafting on his boxes. Instead of like crafting, you know, on a crafting table, he was crafting on his boxes, which was great. That was a great glitch. There were so many good glitches in this game, honestly. Let's talk infrastructure, Tom Nook. I want an incline. So like I said, I'm allowed to have inclines and bridges, but I cannot change the water or the cliffs around them. I just have to be able to put them down somewhere. So it's not terraforming to do this, so it's allowed, basically. Remember the star fragment trees? I do. I never had one, though. How many of you in the chat actually had a star fragment tree? Because I never actually had one. But I never really used treasure islands or anything like that, and I know that's kind of where they mostly came from. You get a whole rainbow of just bear cubs. Oh, that's cool. That'd be fun. A bear cub rainbow island. I like the sound of that. Maybe I should do that. please don't spam the same questions in chat. If I don't answer a certain question, and you've asked it multiple times, it probably means I don't want to answer that question. So I just appreciate it when people don't spam the same thing. Thank you. I never had one. No, me neither. I know there were other... The thing is, star fragment trees are the most famous ones, but there were actually more. There were like... There were trees that had mini trees on them. I'm not even joking. And you could basically put anything on there. And someone who commented on my video recently where I talked about that feature being removed actually made a really good point. I wondered myself why star trees could even exist in the game. Because I thought to myself, you know, how can... this is like a mod, right? How can you transfer one mod from one island to another? Because if you know modding in video games, it's like on your own device, typically. You have to download things to your own device. But the thing about star fragment trees is they were actually already technically a thing in the game, and I think that's why it worked. Because with the way Bunny Day trees were created, basically it allowed you to have non-fruit things on trees for the first time in the franchise. So I think because of that, because of Bunny Day trees having the eggs on them, that allowed the functionality to have basically anything else on trees, if that kind of makes sense. It's still a bit confusing. I don't understand it completely, but I think it makes sense, you know. There we go, we've got our incline now. So things are looking pretty darn good, I gotta say. Things are looking pretty darn good. I'm definitely... Oh, what did I do? Hang on, I accidentally did something on the stream that I need to try and fix. I accidentally clicked create highlight video. Hey Centro, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Right, how am I going to get the money to actually create this? I think off stream I'm going to have to get some bells because I'm really poor right now. I don't think there's practically no way of me getting the bells within this particular stream, I don't think, to create the incline. That's a shame, but oh well. In the next stream we probably will... Oh yeah, I've got energy, whoops. Goodbye, Rock. Goodbye, you are now dead. Yeah, hopefully in the next stream... I actually want to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll real quick. Let's do a quick poll. Then I can give you bells later. That'd be good. We can see about that. That would be very helpful, Centra. It's very kind. So yeah, I'm making a poll in the chat. Museum. Right. Okay, poll is up in chat, folks. So let me know. Let me know what you think. If you can also rainbow frogs too, that's cool. I definitely want to try that at some point. So yeah, if you see the poll, let me know which build you would rather see. There's two options. We've got the museum build, which would be this fancy fella. And then we've also got Nook's Cranny, which would kind of connect with what we're doing now. So you can decide. Let me know. It seems like Nook's Cranny's winning, but it's a fairly even poll, to be honest. It seems like there's a lot of interest for both, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, hopefully some of my next streams will be on my new computer, and we will finally be going back to some of the old Animal Crossing games. And I'm still not sure which one I'm going to go back to first. Probably the one on the GameCube, just to start things off. But then I'm kind of aiming to actually go back to New Leaf. I really want to go back to New Leaf. Hey Jensen, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, it's good to see you. I'm sure I can commandeer some bells somehow. Enough to make the incline. It's the cheapest incline. So we're just gonna have to sell a bunch of stuff. We're gonna have to make those bells. Whatever way we can. I actually did think of kind of a fun challenge for this game, New Horizons, that could be really interesting. And it's called the New Leaf Challenge. And it's basically like a challenge based around some rules related to, like, restrictions related to New Leaf. So I'm considering maybe doing that challenge. I don't know if someone else has already done that specific challenge before. I'm sure someone has had something similar, so I need to look into that and see, but I think I haven't really seen the specific idea that I've got before, so... Can you go diving yet? Oh, that's a good point. I might have a diving suit. Is there any do challenges also in the old games? You definitely could, yeah. I think this game, it allows you to do more challenges because it's such a creative game. Oh, my shovel. That's sad. But yeah, you could definitely do challenges in the older games. And I think I would do that, to be honest with you. I think we would also just have some straight up gameplay, you know, go back to the original Animal Crossing game. But then maybe we try some challenges with it too, like how fast can we complete the museum or something. Well, that would be a nightmare because it's hard in those old games. But we'll see, we'll see. How many hours do you have in the old Animal Crossing game? In the old, sorry, we're talking about the old Animal Crossing game, so my brain got muddled. How many hours do you have on Animal Crossing New Horizons? I have, I think, coming up to 3,000 now, which is a bit scary. A bit. Oh, I had another shovel. Darn. Yeah, 3,000 hours. That's a bit. That's a lot of hours. I mean, I know there are people out here with more. Probably even people in chat right now who have more than 3,000 hours. I'm sure of it. But for me, to have 3,000 hours in a game is kind of crazy. I mean, I hit like 2,000 in New Leaf. And that was after playing for like 8 years. So, jeez. That's 3,000 hours. I don't like that. That's too much. Hello, I'm gonna start playing Animal Crossing. Do you have any tips? I'm a new subscriber. Well, first of all, welcome to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. I feel like this is the answer I always give, but if I was to really be as helpful as I could be, I actually have a playlist on my channel that is called Tips and Tricks, and that basically is full of videos to help out new and old players. So I genuinely think that would be the most useful resource for you. I know it kind of sounds like I'm just like, go watch my videos, but genuinely, if I were to give like specific tips, I don't even know where I would begin. Probably the best tip I could give, honestly, is just have fun with the game. The game is supposed to be fun. You know, Animal Crossing can stress people out, which is understandable because of just some things in the game. But overall, the game is supposed to be relaxing. Like, Animal Crossing is supposed to be a game that gives you, like, pure joy. So, that's the biggest tip I could give, but that's not really a gameplay tip. So, like I said, that playlist, the tips and tricks one, probably the best place to start, I think, definitely. I have about 340 hours. Nice. Chat, I'm going to ask this question now to you, chat. How many hours do you have in New Horizons? I want to know. Hey, Sahara, I didn't even know you were here. How many hours do you have? I'm so curious. I want to see who in chat actually has the most hours. That's what I would be really curious to learn. I feel like right now I'm feeling like a contender. So we have Scarly with 750. Did says 250 in a single month. Nice. Howdy. Hey Sibbles, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I get burnt out easy when things wouldn't look as steadily pleasing. I mean, it's very relatable, honestly. 500, 2.5k, 1,500, 260, 300. Hey, these are all good hours. You know, like I said earlier in this stream, you know, some people like will look at their hours and be like, oh, that's not that much. But honestly, even having 100 hours in a video game is like quite a lot. for this day and age. I have 3,700 hours. Wow, that's a lot. Well, if that is 100% true, which I'm just gonna have to take your word for it, then you would have the most in the chat so far. That's a lot. 1,805. 4,490. Even higher. Wow, that's a lot of hours. So yeah, there are definitely people in the chat who have beat me by quite a lot, which I shouldn't be too surprised by that. 2,785. Lots of 1,000s. That's so many hours. What do you do in the game? That's what I want to know. To those of you in the chat who have like over 3,000 hours, what do you do in the game? Because this game is literally my job, and I have less hours than you. Like, what do you do? Don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot you can do in this game, but I'm genuinely curious. I wonder who has the least hours. I do have a lot of viewers who have just started playing the game, so probably someone who has just started playing. I definitely don't think it's easy to get to that many hours in a game like New Horizons. It's easier in a game like New Horizons than a lot of other games because Animal Crossing is just a forever game, you know? But yeah, it's crazy to me, like 4,000 hours. That is wild. And I'm sure there is some player out there who probably has like over 10,000. I've restarted a few times, I have 2 DAs. Well, that definitely, yeah. Definitely that will keep you going. And the poll result, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, is Nook's Cranny build. So in the next stream, we're going to build Nook's Cranny. But right now, we need to get enough money to be able to actually... Oh, look at Tank. I don't really like Tank, but I think Tank is kind of cute there. I have a daily routine that I do every day. I want to find every DIY. Having goals is definitely good, I think. Like, when you set yourself goals, you can get really absorbed into them. I feel like that's a really good way of playing for a lot. Probably not me. I mean, I have 560. Also, Kathleen, I love your profile picture. It is incredible. That's a great profile picture. I bought the game in January and only have 230 hours. That's a lot for only starting in January, to be fair. I'm really into the Happy in Paradise DLC. That's good to hear. I think the Happy in Paradise DLC was hit or miss with a lot of people. I think it's more, to be honest with you, the Happy in Paradise DLC tends to be more popular with people who have just started playing. I think for a lot of us, we don't appreciate it as much because we all, like, if we were already playing the game when it first came out, I feel like we kind of absorbed it all really quickly, you know. I don't have the heart to restart. Yeah, I could never restart my main island. I completely understand why people do, of course, you know. Especially because it does give you a lot more gameplay time, in my opinion, if you do that. But, I don't know, like, I just can't do it. I've got too many memories of my main island now, and I know what type of person I am. If I restarted my main island, I would probably genuinely just stop playing. I don't think I would continue playing. Like, I would maybe get excited about it at first, and then I'd quickly lose motivation and just not finish it. So that would be a bit of a problem for me, I think. Also, I'm so glad that fruits auto-stack in this game, because I went back to play New Leaf recently, and I realized they don't do that, and it's such a huge quality of life upgrade. For all of the good things that New Leaf has, which, don't get me wrong, it has so many good aspects that I really miss, I definitely think that this game has done a lot of really good quality of life things. Is it weird that I enjoy Happy in Paradise more than I enjoyed Happy Home Designer? No, that's not weird at all. I 100% enjoy Happy Home Paradise more. I just think it looks better. I think the gameplay is slightly better. The only thing I miss is that Happy Home Designer had a bit more content. Not a ton more, but like a little bit more content that would have definitely gone a long way in this. But given that it was a DLC, I think it's fair enough. Can't restart either, I don't lose all my villages. See, don't get me wrong. I think it's perfectly valid not to want to lose your villages, but they're the one thing that I personally wouldn't miss. And that's not because I don't like my villages, but it's because getting back your villages is probably one of the easier things you can do. But getting you know, all your recipes back and all your catalog back and stuff, that is a lot more complicated. So yeah, I wouldn't mind losing my villages, to be honest, but I would definitely be a bit sad losing all my progress in the other ways. I wish this game had what New Leaf did, where it had the ability to create a new game plus, basically. That was such a good feature. And that actually wasn't in the game originally either, it was updated in later on. I wish that New Horizons had that. $4,310 hours. Darn, that is a lot of hours. That is a lot of hours. I think the best dialogue is honestly in the original game. I really love the dialogue in the original Animal Crossing game, it's so good. Wild World is still really good, City Folk is good, but it got a little bit worse. The dialogue in New Leaf is really not good in my opinion, and then it's just not great in New Horizons either. I definitely think that's one misconception about New Leaf, is some people are trying to like say now, because you know there's very much the sentiment that New Leaf, with a lot of older players of Animal Crossing, there's like a big sentiment that New Leaf is better than New Horizons, which is fair enough, but people are like saying the villagers in New Leaf were better than they are in New Horizons. I just don't agree with that. I think the villagers were so painfully robotic in New Leaf, it's actually kind of like they improved upon them a lot here in this game. They're still not nearly as good as they were in the really old ones. But yeah, the villagers in New Leaf literally used to just like walk around the island like zombies. Like no forts, head empty. So don't get me wrong, I do think New Leaf is a great game, but not every aspect of New Leaf is better than New Horizons. I do miss things like hide and seek though. Stuff like that, yeah, it's definitely worse than New Horizons in those regards. I really miss playing hide and seek with my villagers. I think they purposefully didn't add it though, because they thought people would find it too tricky on their islands, which is not a great logic to have, but also I can kind of understand it because of the fact that, you know, these islands are so much bigger and you can make literal mazes and stuff. It could be tricky to find your villagers. How did that work, New Game Plus? New Game Plus, you'd basically sell your island to Tom Nook, and then you'd get bells right away paid to you from Tom Nook for selling your island. And the price of your island would go up depending on how much money you... Well, not how much money, how much progress you'd made in the game. So let's say you restarted and you already had 100 hours, you probably would make quite a decent amount back from Tom Nook. If you had just restarted and then you restarted again, you wouldn't make very much at all. But you could keep your catalog and, you know, that was cool. And like you could make it so Tom Nook would either like give you back the money in installments, or Tom Nook would give it back to you all at once. You know, there was a lot that you could do, really, which was quite cool. I wish you get more than 2 fruit trees without having Nintendo Online. Is there really no other way? I could have sworn there like sometimes randomly villagers would give you fruit. Do they not do that in this game? If so, that's definitely a shame, I think. Lazy Villagers' dialogue was better in New Leaf. I'll agree with that 100%. Like I said earlier in the stream, I don't like their weird dialogue about bugs. Like, I know Bob. You know, Bob is my best pal. Me and Bob have been through it all together. We've been through thick and thin. But and the Bob that I know, he doesn't care about bugs. He doesn't care about bugs at all. Bob just cares about like eating crayons and you know, like sleeping in the sun. He doesn't care about bugs. He's not Flick. He's not Nat. You know, it's so weird how Nintendo was like, what can we do with lazy villagers? Right, let's make their whole personality trait about bugs living in their walls. When they visit your house, villagers will only ever give sister fruit real quickly. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Nintendo... I have some weird feelings about Nintendo Switch Online, honestly. My kind of feeling is that it's almost kind of a rip-off, because we could just play online for free back in the old days, and I don't feel like the online experience is actually better. In fact, in some ways I think it's worse. Like, if you look at the online in New Horizons, there's so much less to do than there was back in New Leaf, and yet New Leaf's internet connection was free. So that to me just feels like a bit of a scam. Obviously I know this isn't the only game with online, but still, like... However, my opinion will change completely. My opinion will change completely when they, you know, put old Animal Crossing games on Nintendo Switch Online. Which I don't know if they will ever do that, but if we do somehow get GameCube games on the Switch, or we get DS games on the Switch, then I'm sure Animal Crossing will be a part of it. That is what we need, for sure. We need to see those old games on the Switch. I would play them so much. I would literally never ever put them down. 100 of like, thank you, I appreciate that. Has this got stuff in it? It has, but not the stuff that I want. I need bells. Maybe I've got stuff in here that I can sell. Yes, I'm gonna take whatever it is that you're giving me, because I need the bells. I'm desperate at this point. I just want to build my little incline. Mum's backpack. I feel so bad selling Mum's backpack. Oh, Nook Mall ticket. That's going to give me a decent amount of bells. Am I evil for selling Mum's backpack and Mum's homemade cake? Is that evil? I feel like yes. Oh yeah, for sure. That is the one downside. If they do put Animal Crossing games on Nintendo Switch Online, it will probably be as a part of the expansion. So you do have to pay a bit more. But I would definitely pay more to play them, like for sure. Even if it's just one. I don't know which one is more likely. You know, there's a lot of people who don't think we'll see GameCube games on the Switch, purely because of like their control schemes and the fact that Nintendo typically actually likes to re-release them more than they like to, you know, just give them away for almost free in a way. DS games I think will definitely come to the Switch because they were on the Wii U. A lot of people are like, well, how would they work on the Switch, you know, because they have two screens. But if you've ever played DS games on like the Wii U, you can see that it does work without the need of two screens. And the DS control scheme is completely fine for the Switch. You're not like missing any buttons, so... Well, everyone seems to think that it's evil to sell this stuff, so that's exactly what I'm gonna go and do. Let's do that right now. I just want to play Animal Crossing Population Growing on the Switch. That's all I want. I'm desperate. It would be so much fun. It would be so much fun. I don't think Nintendo really listens to their community, and that's why Nintendo Switch Online is bad. I mean, you're not wrong, but Nintendo purposely likes to like hold things out so that there's more content to enjoy in the future. That's why they didn't release them all at once. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but that's 100% the strategy to take. It's like the strategy they take with Nintendo, with New Horizons. See, if Twilight Princess is not going to be on Nintendo Switch Online for free. That's 100% going to end up being like a remastered game. That's kind of where having GameCube games on the Switch becomes murky territory. Is like Nintendo still kind of considers GameCube games to be worth selling as remasters. But then why not just sell the original Animal Crossing game as a remaster on the Switch? That would literally make millions of sales. Like it's such an old game, but I genuinely believe that it could actually outsell what it originally sold for on the GameCube. Because think how many people play Animal Crossing on the Switch, and how many of us are desperate just for some kind of new game. I guarantee you it would be so popular. So I really hope that they consider doing that. I think it would be perfect for... I think it would be absolutely perfect for them to, like, come out with... You know, like, do you remember the Mario thing? Where they did free games? What was it? It was like, was it for the 35th anniversary where they did free games? In one, it was like 64, Sunshine, and then Galaxy, right? That is what they should do for Animal Crossing, 100%. Do population growing, Wild World, and then City Folk all in one pack. And oh my god, Animal Crossing fans would go wild for it. And think how much content that would be on the Switch alone. And think about all the people who have never ever played those games ever before. Like, it would go mad. It would be so popular. The only thing I will say about that is it doesn't work as well as Mario does, because the Animal Crossing games are all very similar to each other. So I think Nintendo might kind of look at it like, should we really do that? Because all these games are kind of similar. In fact, you know, they almost just get better each time. They're not like really different from each other. That's what I worry that they might look at it like. But Nintendo, don't look at it like that, okay? Don't look at it like that. Just put it out. Just do it, literally. Don't even change them. Just literally drop them straight onto the Switch as they are. And sell them. Sell them for $1,000, and I guarantee you we will all buy them. We will all sell our souls for them. No, okay, probably not, but they will never ever bring out an Animal Crossing collection. I mean, I would never say never. The reason why I would never say never is because none of us know what Nintendo is thinking. We might think we know, but we genuinely don't. Nintendo is one of the most unpredictable companies out there. Like, the reasons that I just said kind of make sense as to why they wouldn't do it, but then there's also reasons why they would totally surprise people and do it. You know, I remember people said there would never ever be a 2.0 update for New Horizons. They said Brewster is never gonna come into the game. So I don't say never with Nintendo anymore. I do agree they probably won't though, but I wouldn't say never to that. What would probably make more sense, to be honest with you, is to do a collection of, like, bring Animal Crossing New Leaf to the Switch, port that over, which would be amazing, and then bundle it with Happy Home Designer. That would be really good. But they probably wouldn't do that because Happy Home Paradise is on the Switch, and I think they kind of want us to forget about... they want us to forget about Happy Home Designer now. It's kind of weird where Happy Home Designer and Pocket Camp and Amiibo Festival even sit in the Animal Crossing, like, series, because they are spin-offs, but I don't think Nintendo has ever called them like officially spin-offs. So it'd be interesting to see how Nintendo actually views these games. I would love to like ask the people who make them, because for some weird reason, the people who make Animal Crossing never really gave many interviews or anything at all. Which really shocks me because they also, like, a lot of them are the same people who work on Splatoon. And Splatoon gets, like, so many really in-depth details and interviews about the processes behind making the games. Like, I wish they'd done that for Animal Crossing. But then again, I'm pretty sure that Aya Kyogoku, like, genuinely deleted her Twitter account because Animal Crossing fans were so mean to her. So maybe that's why the developers didn't want to talk too much about their thought processes, which is really sad, and it does make me angry, to be honest with you, because no one has the right to harass a game developer just because the game isn't exactly how they want. You know, that's completely wrong. I still think that's like something people should be very disappointed in themselves if they did genuinely harass her. Because I mean, whilst you might not 100% like some of the decisions that like she made for this game, you know, there's a good way to be like constructive about it and not like horrible. And some people definitely were a bit horrible to the developers of the game. Like, I remember I literally got a comment once that was like, oh, the developers should die, or something similar to that. I've probably seen a few comments like that over the years, you know, in relation to updates stopping or updates taking a long time to coming out. And I'm like, okay, I love updates for this game. I love this game. But it's never ever should you get to the point where you're saying stuff like that because of a video game. You know, that's so gross and disgusting to treat someone like that, especially someone who has, like, it's never ever acceptable, but someone like Aya Kyogoku has literally made a game that is so healing and great to so many people. I mean, think how much New Horizons did for people during the pandemic, and like, you know, during the first like lockdowns and stuff, how much this game did for people. You know, it's not a perfect game, and it's definitely open to criticisms. I mean, if you've watched my videos, you know I have plenty of criticisms for this game. But, you know, it's a very special game, in my opinion, and I don't think the developers, like, at all deserve any kind of harassment for things not being exactly how we'd want them to be. Nintendo, as a company, the higher-up executives are the ones to blame for that kind of stuff, usually. If a game didn't quite get finished the way you wanted it to, it often can come down to the business side of Nintendo more than what the developers wanted. Not that they deserve that kind of treatment either, but I think, you know, completely blaming like Aya Kyogoku and Nogami and such for how this game turned out in the end is just like so crazy to me, you know. I'm genuinely thankful to those developers in particular, because I know they do want the best for Animal Crossing. And, you know, I know some people don't like the fact that kind of since Aya Kyogoku came to the series, because she's not been there since the very start, I believe, at least not in like a lead role. I know like the game has become more design focused, and some people don't like that, but I think that was probably a smart thing to do for Nintendo, and New Horizons proved that it was a smart thing to do, because, you know, people like to use it as a design simulator. That's kind of what made the game go viral. So whether it's what we like the most, because I kind of prefer the old small town vibes of the old games too, but I think definitely, like, the best way to grow the series was to go in this direction. And, I mean, that was just proven. Like, even if there wasn't the pandemic, this would 100% still be the best-selling Animal Crossing game by far. The excitement for this game, before it came out and before, you know, there were lockdowns and such, was still massive. Absolutely massive. So, I know some people think that it only really blew up because of those circumstances, but I don't think that's true. But anyway, some very, like, deep Animal Crossing conversations. If it weren't for developers, the game wouldn't exist. That's very true. And if people are really horrible to developers about this game, they might genuinely not want to work on the next one, which would be really, really sad. And yeah, that would be so wrong. You know, my hope is that they just take New Horizons for the next game and they just make it much better. They take the bones of this game and they really improve upon it, which I genuinely do think they will do, because if we look at what they've done with Splatoon 3, which is kind of what, like, and even Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I'm fairly confident that the next Animal Crossing game will take what we've got here in New Horizons and just really expand upon it. Which would be great, I think. That would definitely be the best way of doing it, and then it means they don't have to, like, spend another 8 years trying to create something from scratch. Because I understand why they need to create something from scratch for this particular, like, engine and stuff, because, you know, it's a lot more advanced than the 3DS was, but I definitely don't think they need to create everything from scratch again, you know, for the next Animal Crossing game. I mean, that would be absolutely so much work. Don't do it, Nintendo. Literally, what I want them to do is genuinely take New Horizons, change the setting of it so we're not on an island anymore, you know, bring it back to being a town, and just add upon what they've done here in New Horizons. Add in all of the missing furniture items. Add in more of the NPCs that we're missing, and the shops, and the mini-games and such. And it would genuinely go down as the most perfect Animal Crossing game. For sure, it would. What do you folks miss the most from the old Animal Crossing games? Or if you haven't played them, then like what is something you've heard about that you wish was in this game? I think for me, the top thing I miss by far is the mini games, the online mini games, being able to go to Tortimer's Island and such. That is 100% what I miss the most. But there's a lot of things that I could I could say I really miss. I miss Main Street. That's an interesting one. I didn't really think that many people would miss Main Street, to be honest. Right, let's actually start clearing this area, by the way. I've gotten a little bit distracted trying to gather some stuff, but I really love the flea market. Genuine question, why are they called flea markets? I just love the simplicity of the game. Yeah, it definitely does well in that. I think even if you don't like designing, you can still find a lot of joy out of this game. Main Street into unique shops. Yeah, I definitely miss all the unique shops. Nook's upgrade's a big one. I was so surprised when the 2.0 update did not give us Nook shops, Nook upgrades. Like, I knew that the 2.0 update was not going to have island mini games. Like, some people thought to themselves, right, the 2.0 update is going to have Tortimer's Island, and I was like, probably not. But Nook's upgrades, I thought, was a definite. I thought, okay, at least one more upgrade. Probably they're not going to do more than one. But I think I know why the Nook's Cranny upgrade didn't happen. And I'm fairly confident the reason for that is the shops over on Harvey's Island. I think because originally they probably would have done something like where they would have had Leaf join up with Tom Nook. Join up with Nook's Cranny. I don't know why I quit Tom Nook. I guess it's because it used to be a shop a long time ago. But yeah, I think they would have originally had Leaf be in Nook's Cranny, you know, like we saw in New Leaf. But I think because they had Harvey's Island and they got this sort of good idea for it, they were almost probably like, well, we don't actually need to do a Nook's Cranny upgrade now. It's already good as it is. I think also probably another reason for not getting a Nook's Cranny upgrade would be the fact that they probably thought to themselves that the island looks so it's such a natural island, you know. Obviously you can make it a lot fancier, but I think because it's such a natural island, they probably thought to themselves, you know, we don't want to like make it really Nook's Cranny really fancy and then it won't fit with how people have designed. I think that's another reason why we didn't get another outdoor building later on, because of the fact Nintendo didn't want to like disrupt the feel of people's islands. Which I don't really like that reasoning. I think instead what they should have done is given us the ability to actually change the outside of buildings, like you could in New Leaf, but let us do it for every building. And then we could have just chosen how Nook's Cranny looked. You know, we could have changed the style of it to fit our islands, and that would have been amazing. I mean, you can even do that in Happy Home Paradise, so obviously you can't do it like massively, but still. It shows me that they probably thought about doing that, but they didn't. I don't know. I don't know about you folks, but I just get so bored of seeing this, not necessarily this one, because this is the first one, but you know the other Nook's Cranny upgrade? I just get so bored of seeing it now. I mean, I've been seeing that other Nook's Cranny upgrade for like so many years. Given that we're expecting like nothing, I feel like 2.0 update was pretty solid. Oh yeah, definitely. The 2.0 update exceeded expectations because I was probably just expecting... I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. Originally, you know, when I knew there was going to be a 2.0 update and I knew about data mines and stuff like that, I thought, okay, yeah, they're going to do Brewster and they're going to have the Roost in the game. I thought that would probably just be the update alone. But when I learned that they were doing the presentation and they were like, oh yeah, the presentation, the Animal Crossing Direct is going to be like half an hour long or something like that. I was like, yeah, they're not talking about Brewster for 20 minutes. Like, unless he's the absolute craziest feature and he can like create robot drinks for you. I don't even know what I'm saying, but unless he was like so elaborate, I don't think that they could have dedicated 20 minutes to Brewster. So that's kind of when I knew, okay, yeah, we're not just getting the Roost in the 2.0 update, we're getting something else. And I was really surprised, you know, because they showed off the Roost first of all in that Direct, and then next they like showed off Cap'n, I think, and I was like, my jaw dropped to seeing Cap'n in New Horizons. Like, if you've just started playing the game, seeing Cap'n on your island is just like, whatever, you know, you walk past him every day, it doesn't matter. But when we learned he was coming to the game, it was a complete surprise. There were no data mines or anything to suggest that Cap'n was coming to the game. Like, no one knew. We all knew Brewster was coming, we all knew that. But we did not know that we were getting Cap'n. And then when they showed off Harvey's Island upgrade, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I still love the update to this day. I still think it was, like Chris said, I think the update was really solid. What's ruincore? So lots of like ruin items and stones and like mossy items. It's going to feel very overgrown. We're going to have lots of vines and stuff. So yeah, that basically sums it up. I want the different house exteriors back. I miss those too. I miss those badly. I like, I do like that you can customize your villager houses. That was an amazing update too, because that's actually not something... I can't remember if they showed that off or not. I think they showed that off like right at the end of the Direct. So that was also quite a big surprise, and I was just ecstatic. Yeah, in 2.0, the 2.0 update brought a lot of amazing items to the game. Like the castle items? Are you kidding me? We can make a castle in this game? Like some of the castles, some of the items in New Horizons are genuinely better than a lot in New Leaf. Like, the castle items and stuff are ridiculous. They're so good. But I do miss a lot of items from New Leaf 2. It's like the Zone Ice Sky Islands, yeah. It's pretty much like, my island is going to be like, you know in Breath of the Wild, there's lots of those old towns that are just crumbled to pieces? That sums up what my island is going to look like. What do you think about first-person mode, handheld camera? Genuinely, the first-person mode camera thing I actually think that is something they're going to do in the next Animal Crossing game where you can properly play in first person. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I genuinely think that's going to be like a major feature. I do, like, almost all of the Animal Crossing games have had hints towards what we're going to see next. Like, Happy Home Designer showed so many things that we got in New Horizons as fully fledged features. So I really think that maybe that first person mode could actually be like some big thing. Talking about the first person mode, what would you folks think about having a VR Animal Crossing game? Because my opinion is the idea actually would work really well for Animal Crossing, but the problem is VR can be such an expensive technology, and of course it's at the point where a lot of people just can't use it because it makes them feel like sick and stuff. So that's a negative, but let's imagine that VR is literally perfect. Using it, you won't get sick, it's not expensive at all, Nintendo's released one that's really cheap. I think it would be a really good idea for Animal Crossing. I don't know how some things would work in it. I don't know how like terraforming and stuff would work in VR, but I'm sure there's a way you could do it. I think though, genuinely, a VR Animal Crossing game, I would want it to be like a spin-off, not a main Animal Crossing game, you know? Elon Musk brain chip Animal Crossing, yeah, exactly. Exactly that. No, that sounds like the worst. That's... If Elon Musk decides to buy Animal Crossing, then we know that the franchise is over and dead, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Genuinely, I don't think anyone could afford to buy Nintendo. Nintendo would, like, not be willing to sell their company for anything, I don't think. They're so stubborn. Hey, Chuli, how you doing? Haven't seen you in quite a while. Hope you're doing good. VR is so expensive. Yeah, I hate how expensive VR is, and I hate that VR still kind of sucks. Is it just me, or is like VR really like clunky and just not fun to use? I don't know. I've said it before, but I do think that probably the coolest idea, and I know a few other people have shared this idea too, but I think the coolest idea for a new Animal Crossing game would probably be an Animal Crossing game where you can literally create your own world from scratch. But they'd give you like a bunch of different themes that you could choose. Like you could have a sand island, or you could have an island that's an ice island. Like what you can do in Happy Home Paradise, you know, with some of the themes and such. But, you know, it's just a blank slate. And then maybe like there would be like a main street, which is your main sort of hub world. And then you could go to all these different other islands from them. I'd be really surprised if they don't do something like that. I think that is kind of the natural evolution of the franchise, is to just allow us to customize literally anything we can imagine. I 100% think that's what they're gonna do. I love Leaf. Leaf is so chill. Definitely one of the best Animal Crossing characters in my opinion. Also, we finally have bushes. I'm so glad. I'm doing great. How about you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm still playing this game somehow. After all this time. I think just one of the main things I hope is that you can change the exteriors of buildings and stuff, but not like have to go talk to Tom Nook and do it. Be able to do it like you can with terraforming, you know? Like, there's a lot of things that I think they could just even make easier in the next Animal Crossing game that would be really great. Yeah, I didn't think about it. If you have glasses, it probably is not that much fun to use VR. But I do think probably the technology will somehow get to the point where that isn't a problem. I hope so anyways. Like, I wonder if theoretically it'd be possible if using VR could actually, like, fix your vision whilst using it. I really don't know if that would be possible. I mean, that'd be a really cool technology to have, but I don't know. I don't know if that'd be possible. I mean, technology has done all kinds of crazy things in the last, like, even, like, 5 years. Even, like, the last year, I feel like. You get lenses for the VR. Well, I didn't know that. I'm thinking too far into the future, I think. I'm like thinking about some like super VR goggles that can like solve like world problems, you know? Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't I don't know. Playing games with Beat Saber without glass is horrible. It doesn't sound very fun, to be honest with you. I mean, the thing is, technology like this should always accommodate for everyone. Like, the thing about gaming is the sort of thing that it should literally be for everyone to enjoy, especially Animal Crossing. So I wouldn't like the idea of having an Animal Crossing game, like an Animal Crossing VR, where certain people were like excluded from it for whatever reason that might be, even if you literally just hate using VR because it kind of sucks right now. Like, you know, whatever the reason is, I think anyone being excluded from the game would ruin like the core of Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing VR, it should only be a thing if the technology is so far advanced in the future where problems that could arise now are, you know, unimaginable. See you later, K Cool. I don't think there's enough games for me to want to play on VR, to be honest. I mean, Nintendo hasn't done any, and I mostly play Nintendo games, so that's probably a bit of a problem. Also, why do we have a skeleton? Should we buy him and hide him somewhere? I think we should. Seems like you're interested in a skeleton. I'm gonna hide him on the secret beach. What should we name our skeleton? Does anyone have any suggestions? The secret beach skeleton. Oh, I can't... Wait, I've got my vaulting pole now. The vaulting pole is a cool new tool. I mean, ladders are the best one, but vaulting poles are pretty cool. Right, wait, where's my beach? I think it's down here somewhere. Yeah, it is. It's like very well hidden. So it's the perfect place to miss the skeleton bones. Bob the skeleton. Is this Bob Skeleton? I feel like I should actually have him like... No, this is perfect. I want him like center view. Because when you look at him from like here... Look at this. I just love how he appears over the edge of the horizon. Look at his little head just in the corner. Why is it so funny to me? Hello? There he is. What a lad. What an absolute lad. I want to put down some of these weeds at Nook's Cranny. I like how I've already started this Nook's Cranny build, and I was like, should I do it in the next stream? But no, I decided to do it in this stream for some reason. I'm definitely not about to finish it in this stream because I want to get some items to transfer over, but... I'm making some progress towards it so that for the next stream we can just jump right into it and really make it nice, you know. But I'm glad we managed to finish the campsite in this stream. That's like a big achievement for me. Actually completing some builds? It took me ages to complete that heart pond because I took a break from streaming for ages, so... I'm really happy that now we can actually finish some stuff about this island. Because the rest of this island is going to take so long. Catch you later, Ace. Polting voles. You know, yeah, I think Bob is the name of our skeleton. I think it's appropriate. You know, we love Bob here on this island, so that's definitely the name that I'm going for. I can't believe we even have an incline now. Like, the island has come a long way today. I'm proud. Did I accidentally sell I think I accidentally sold some of the items that I wanted to keep. That's a little bit annoying. Oh dear. I'm curious, by the way, how many of you in chat saw the Mario movie? And if you saw it, what did you think about it? Did you enjoy it, or did you not enjoy it? I definitely want to hear. Because I saw it, and I thought it was pretty good. I was surprised at how decent it was. You know, when I heard, oh, Chris Pratt is going to be playing Mario, I was like, oh, kind of like everyone else, basically. But, no, I mean, it was pretty decent. Like, I very much felt like, yeah, it was geared towards a younger audience, but that kind of is fair enough. I didn't really feel like that was too much of a problem or anything. I can't believe you've still not seen it, Chris. I mean, you know, you share a name with Mario. So genuinely though, I think I could have done a better Mario voice. Like, Yahoo! Wahoo! Wah! Like, come on. That's so much better. That's just so much better. It really is. Jack Black was amazing in the Mario movie. I cannot disagree with that. Jack Black's voice in the Mario movie was incredible. Ooh, yeah, let's buy some wheat, because weirdly enough, I think that's actually going to fit very well on this island theme. What I'm quite sad about is that Funky Kong didn't really get like a full appearance. I think we actually need to see the Funky Kong movie, to be honest. Yeah, maybe you'll have to watch the movie on a plane, Chris. Next time you travel to like Europe or something. Peaches, 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 peaches. Surprised you can't buy the Mario movie on the Switch. That's a strange idea, but you know what? It kind of works. The reason why they wouldn't do that though is because they really want to encourage people to go to the cinema, because they make a lot more money that way, I think. And they want to like try and revive the cinema, you know. I get it though. I don't always feel like going to the cinema either, personally. Sometimes I do just kind of wish I could just watch things from home. But then again, they have the Tango Ice Blasts, so I could never say no to one of those. What if I actually did get copyrighted because my song was so good? My version of Chris Pratt's song. Chris Pratt's? It's not even Chris Pratt's song, it's Jack Black's. What is going on in my head? My head is completely empty, folks. There's no activity. Do you know what I think I want to do next to Nook's Cranny in the next stream? I need to get these items to do this. But I want to build like a big castle, and I want to have like some castle ruins. Because we need to actually start having some ruins on our ruincore island. Or people are going to be like, Ben, this isn't even a ruincore island. What is this? This is a nothing core island. I don't know. But yeah, I love those castle items. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, like Chris pointed out, the vibes of this island that I want to have are like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, like very ruinous, you know, very run down. Like, I want people to picture an island that once was prospering, but now has just been left to the wild devices. This area over here, though, is kind of more fairy core at the moment. But I'm going to fix that by adding in like some ruined pillars and, you know, adding in some broken stones and maybe like a few castle items here and there. But I like the white flowers because even though they are kind of more fairy core and cottage core type style, I feel like they genuinely kind of fit the vibes a bit more. But yeah, there's a lot we can do. I think I need some more stuff from Leaf especially, because he's probably not going to be here again. Oh, and do you know what else I kind of want to make next to Nook's Cranny? I want to make, like, I do want to do the castle thing, but I want to make, like, a rundown farm. Oh, I gotta do that. I'm actually quite excited about doing that. Wow, I never thought I'd be, like, excited in 2023 to make an Animal Crossing build, but I'm actually kind of excited to do that. Like, I think that could look really, really cool. I've just got to bring over quite a few items from my other island, like some vines and stuff like that, you know? So... just a random question for chat, but do you remember Butterdog? Do you guys remember him? Butterdog? You know, the guy who's like, Butterdog. The dog with the butter on it. Butterdog. Castle items are expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to literally buy them on my other account and somehow transfer them over because I just cannot afford them. And I'm not gonna... if I went diving to buy the castle items, it would take me approximately 20,000 business days. So... whilst that is a very good tip, I think I'm just going to use my other island to get those. We got all the goods from Leaf now. It's great. I just can't hit any rocks at the moment because I'm going to actually break them. But yeah, we're pretty much, I think we're pretty much done on the island for today, which is good. We streamed for quite a bit longer. I didn't have any lag. That's amazing. Wow. I mean, I think I had some little spurts of lag, but overall, it worked pretty well. That's great. It's a rare, rare change for me. So let me just kind of take you on a quick tour before we end the stream of all that we've managed to do. So if we head over here, we have Nook's Cranny. I've done, you know, pretty decent upgrade to Nook's Cranny. I feel like we're gonna continue this off in the next stream and properly finish out, and then maybe build up my castle over here and also have like the ruined farm next to it. That's what we'll do next, I think. But yeah, and then we've added in an incline so you can come up here to the newly built campsite, which of course was the main build of this. And it's not too elaborate at the moment, but I'm personally really happy with how it came out. I think it looks like pretty cool, to be honest. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. We've had some good suggestions from chat and stuff, so yeah. And then if we head down here, we've made a new pathway so you can get direct access to the very relaxing Heart Pond. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm really, really pleased with the amount of progress that we've been able to make today. So in the next stream, we are going to build that ruinous castle, if I can get the items. We're going to finish off all of the bits around Nook's Cranny. I've got to add in some items here. And I really want to stockpile on some of the more ruinous items that fit the theme, you know? Like getting in some vines and getting in some more of these ruined pillars. Use fossils as ruins. Yeah, I could do that. Definitely I could get some of those. Get some of the ruined archways. And get myself, you know, the castle items that I talked about. And then also create the ruined farm like right next to it. You know, maybe like around here somewhere so you can walk out. I think probably what we will try and do for a little while on this island is really try and just connect everything. Because I like the fact that now we actually have like some cohesive connections on this island. You know, it's pretty good. So, yeah. But thank you so much for everyone for coming by and supporting the stream. Hopefully I'm going to be streaming a lot more soon, and like I said, going back to some of the old Animal Crossing games too, like Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing GameCube and Wild World and even City Folk when I get my new PC. So, yeah, that pretty much brings the stream to an end. And I want to say thank you everyone for coming by. And I hope you have a good rest of your evening, or your day, or whatever time it is. and I will see you very soon for another stream. So goodbye, everyone.